Today we're going to look at how to change the number of ringers and the number of bells ringing on Abel. Currently I have 8 different ringers and 8 different bells ringing at the moment. That's okay if you're used to Abel and you're used to ringing with 8, but sometimes it's easier to start with a lower number. So what you do is you go up to the top where there's the open file button, click it. And here we have all complete selection. So I'm going to go for 4 bells. So we click on it, click open, and we've got 4 bells, much easier to see. Again, if we want it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 being on the left hand side, 4 being on the right, just double click 4 and it will appear in the order. I find this much easier than having them in a different order, though whatever is preferable to you. So then what we do is we click on the play button at the top, start and stop ringing. And then stop. As you can see on 4 bells, they are ringing very, very, very fast now. So what we do is we have to change the speed of their ringing by changing this peal time to the left here. So if you click the upwards arrow, the peal time will get longer. So normally you'd have a peal time of about 3 hours 15. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so that's great. You can see that they're ringing pretty much at normal speed. Now, if you really vastly increase the peal time to something silly like 5:45, let's see what happens. So what's happened is the ringers are actually ringing in slow motion. This is fantastic for developing rope sight, because normally when we're ringing in a tower and somebody asks you to look at the bells and find out who's following you or who's the last bell ringing, it's very difficult to see because everything's happening too fast. With this you can slow it down, right down, even slower than 5:45. And you can see precisely when people start pulling, and it's looking where they pull, looking at their hands, knowing when their hands start moving, and that's how you can tell which bell is first and which one is last. So just to recap, you go up to the open file, choose any number of bells you want. Let's have 12 bells. Having to think about this. There we go. Okay, so they're slightly harder to see. So again, I'm going to double click on the tenor, which is this person here, and then start it in rounds. Okay, so can you see the peal time has actually gone back to 3 hours 14? So you'd have to change it if you needed to. So if you wanted to develop your rope sight on 12 bells, again, you can increase the peal time to something silly. And here we go. What's really nice is that you can really see the Mexican wave travelling from left to right with that. There we go.